Welcome back to The Cabin Podcast. I'm Andrea Belke.
And I'm Megan Christian.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association and the WCA Group Health Trust. And today we are doing a cabin check-in. It's just Megan and I holding down the fort here. No guests.
No guests. We also do have Josie behind the switcher today. So,
hey, Josie.
Hi. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I know we always throw our listeners for a loop because we have a rotation of audio engineers in.
Yeah.
But Josie, you've been doing a few episodes recently.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. So it's been interesting. I work in marketing, so it's been fun to learn how to do audio with you guys.
We love having you in here. I'm like really hyper today.
Oh, really?
Are you?
No.
I got adequate sleep last night. I feel
that's so nice.
The best I've felt in weeks today.
That's amazing.
I know.
I can't relate. I feel like I'm just always tired. I feel like I'm always so exhausted.
We're so busy with this podcast, guys, and just life in general. So you got to give us grace sometimes.
Yeah.
But today, I'm kind of thriving. You just went to New York.
I did. Yes. So it's interesting. I lived in New York for 10 years, and I feel that whenever I go back, I'm always kind of hoping I have a bad time.
Yeah.
This time I mostly had a good time, but I did have an experience that reminded me why I love Wisconsin so much.
Oh,
okay.
God.
So I would say my favorite thing about Wisconsin is the people. And when I got to New York, I had to get right off the airplane, go right to an event where I was interviewing an actor, and I'll say his name. I don't think he's going to be listening to this podcast, but his name's Jeremy Piven. So he was on Entourage. Did you ever watch Entourage?
Wasn't that just nominated for a bunch of awards?
No. Entourage was
never mind.
No. Entourage, I think, was like popular in the early 2000s, like maybe 2009.
I've
or
heard
something.
of it. Is it action?
No.
I'm getting all of this wrong.
No, I actually never watched the show, but it was a very popular show. I do think like 2009 is the year I'm saying. If there's Entourage fans, correct us. But so this guy was on it a while ago, right? And he had the really popular character of Ari Gold, who was kind of a jerk. And I'm going to be interviewing this guy in New York for this event, right? And at this point, we're at an event. It's like a networking event where clearly he's going for money.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
So I looked him up, and I looked him up on his own social media, and he's super fun in his interviews, his like on the street things. I'm like, okay, this guy will be so great.
Right.
Like it'll be a fun, easy 5-minute interview. Not the case. So I show up. It's at this pretty famous restaurant bar lounge called Delmonico's basically on Wall Street. And there's a step and repeat, which is like a small red carpet. And so I'm interviewing him outside. So when I show up and then when he shows up, we're standing there on the red carpet. And when I go to introduce myself right away, his vibes were just off.
Really?
I could just tell, this guy's miserable. We're standing there and we're kind of waiting for everyone to set up. It's taking a long time. There's about 20 people watching us on this little carpet. I'm about to interview him. And he looks at me and he says, I hate small talk. And I was like, yeah, same. Yeah, I do too. And these parties, let me tell you, you're from New York, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, I said, I hate small talk. And then I realized, okay, this guy is like coming in hot. Like he hates this.
Yeah.
And then
doesn't hate you, but he hates this.
No, he might hate me. So I was like, oh yeah. Well, you got to put your game face on soon. Then he starts complaining about our camera person not being ready. Oh, did she just find out about this 5 minutes ago? And then he said, when is this even coming out? And quite honestly, I didn't know. So I said, oh, actually, I'm not really sure on the timing. And he goes, see, no answers, just more questions.
You're like, hey, dude, I got hired to be here too.
Exactly. So then the next thing I said was, hey, you know how this goes. We're all playing the same game. He looks me straight in the eyes and he says, you and I are not playing the same game.
Holy crap.
And I say, okay, keeping me humble. Got it. And at this point,
he's just being mean
he's actually just being mean. And at this point, I just want this interview to be over. So we start the interview and then he's all fun and making jokes and like wooing the crowd.
Turning it on for the camera.
How it works a lot of times with these celebrities. But at the very end, the interview is fine. I did a good job. I've been doing this for so long. I asked him about current projects, maybe a throwback question, and then ended with just, okay, anything else you want to add? And we're looking at about 20 people. And he says on air while we're recording, he goes, yeah, people can watch this interview on repeat for the cure to insomnia. And I'm like, yeah, there you go. oh yeah, catch a stand-up show. And
Wow.
like the interview's over. But then I'm like, okay, you just offended me, calling me boring or the interview boring. You also like made yourself look bad. And do you
Right.
think the client's going to be stoked about you calling this boring?
Right.
I'm so sorry that you're miserable and took this money.
Imagine they paid him the down payment and not the rest after seeing that. Oh my gosh, that's so different from Discover Wisconsin, because when we go to places, they're so happy that we're there to learn more about their lives, their businesses, what they like to do. That's such a culture shock.
Yeah. And then right after that interview, went down into the train. It's overflowing with people. And I had the moment where I looked at all this sea of people and go, man, I love Wisconsin. Like I just, and look, I will always love New York, but I won't move back. I am so happy here. It's the people. It's exactly what you say. And that's why I love this job, because people are excited to talk to you. We get to highlight small businesses, mom and pop shops, people that are so kind.
Yeah.
And I haven't really, sometimes, you catch someone on a bad day. Someone in Wisconsin could be mean. It's possible, but it's just not going to be the same as when you interview some like jerk who's just trying to make you feel bad about yourself.
Right. Imagine if you're stuck in New York behind a tractor. Imagine what would happen if you got stuck behind a tractor in New York. I fear there would be weapons drawn. Whereas here we're just like, all right, I left early for work. I'm stuck behind a tractor. I'm going to enjoy my morning.
Yeah.
I fear that would end poorly.
Yeah. So that was right away, right from the airport. And
wow.
And I worked in celebrity news for a long time, and it reminded me there's some good parts about it. It's exciting, but also there's downsides.
Right. Well, you want to know what happened to me this weekend?
What?
I was making a video for a local grocery store, Fresh Time.
Love Fresh Time.
It's so cute in there. It was my first time in there, and I will be going back. But I got some stuff for a beef stew. It's getting cold here in Wisconsin. I had to make some comfort food while I'm chopping an onion, right? That went really poorly. Chopped the entire portion of my middle fingernail off with a knife.
Gosh.
Held it. If you don't like this stuff, just skip forward like a minute. Held it down, like made sure that it wouldn't bleed. Took it off after 40 minutes, gushing blood again.
Oh my God.
So luckily my mom was there because she was just going shopping with me that day. I'd had kind of a bad day. So I was like, let's go shopping. I had to go do this stuff. And then we get to the ER. They're like, you have to wash it in water and soap. I almost passed out from the pain. I'm not a passer outer at all. I have POTS and I don't pass out. It freaks me out so badly. I'll like sit down, put my feet up anytime, knees above the chest, the deal. Then I leave, I go home, and I'm just throbbing. So I get home, my boyfriend comes home, and he's like, are you okay? I'm like sitting there like this on the couch, just so in distress. But yeah, needless to say, I have no fingernail now. And it's really nasty under here.
That sucks.
We both had kind of a bad experience this weekend. But
yeah, yours physically, mine emotionally and mentally.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, okay. Exciting times. Back to the cabin.
Back to the cabin. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. We did ask our fans some questions.
Yes. And first of all, I want to say thank you all for watching. And we are really thankful that we have you.
Yeah. I mean, we even starting the TikTok, we had 0 followers and now we have almost 9,000 of you guys. I can't even understand that. And our Instagram has grown so much. You guys are so active in our comments and we love just the community we've built with the cabin. So thank you guys all so much.
Yeah. And I will say we are not, I feel like when I listen to podcasts, they always are asking for reviews and we have not once, maybe that's bad on our part.
It'd be like, these blondes.
Yeah. So this is our only time. If you're watching or listening and you don't follow us on Instagram or TikTok, give us a follow. We would appreciate it. We're excited to kind of be growing continuously. Yeah. And, it was stressful when we took over in the beginning, but I'm having a blast now.
Yeah. I mean, we did have big shoes to fill too. I think it's necessary to say that. Like Eric and Anna were such great hosts, but thank you guys for giving us a chance and letting us at least try.
Yeah. And if you are listening, since we haven't asked for reviews, if you are on Apple Podcasts, go give us a review. We would appreciate it so much when we took over because there have been different iterations of the cabin.
Right.
every time new hosts take over, there's just kind of a barrage of people upset, which makes total sense. So
Mhm.
we had to get used to getting some bad feedback in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you're listening right now, you can't deny it. You maybe like listening to us.
Maybe you like listening to us.
So shoot us a review. We would appreciate it. We asked for questions on Instagram. We actually got a lot.
And you guys, you guys showed up.
So we picked a few of these and we'll kind of dive deeper on some of these topics. I do want to give some shout outs. So Ori from Iceland.
Whoa.
says, niche or not, what I've seen you guys post makes me want to visit Wisconsin. So that means you're doing this content pretty well.
Oh my gosh.
And then also Adam Kennedy. So he's not from Wisconsin, right? And I met this guy on occasion and he is, he was a Survivor fan. He follows along with things I do. Not from Wisconsin, not anywhere near. And he listens to 4 podcasts, one's sports, one's, something else. And then he listens to The Cabin.
Wow.
And he goes, I know everything from cow poop tossing day to Bigfoot sightings to Goat Island. The Diviest dive bar is definitely on my bucket list.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. My favorite thing, we posted something for surpassing 8,000 followers and someone said, I know President Bird Brain. And I was like, you have been here since the beginning.
That's a deep cut.
That is a deep cut. I just love the community we've built, to be honest with you, because I recognize a lot of the names in our comments now.
Oh yeah. Carter Delka. He
Mhm.
comments on so many of our posts. And, a comment goes a long way. When you are in this industry and when you're making videos, and sometimes our videos will pop off and we'll get some negative replies because people, they like to chime in. It's nice to see the support of people.
Yeah.
And feel like you're not just shouting into a void.
Yeah. Another name, Alan Kohlhoff. I always see their name in the comments and it just warms my heart every time I see someone that I'm like, oh, I've seen your name before. I know who you are.
Yeah, so we love you guys. I was saying we should name our listeners, and I thought Cabin Cuties.
Cabin Cuties, Cabin Crew.
Cabin Crew is pretty good, too.
You guys vote.
All right, so for some of our questions, we narrowed them down. This is a good one. Adam Collins asks, rank these Wisconsin-born companies. No Ties, Kwik Trip, Culver's, Harley Davidson.
Okay. I love all of these companies, but here's how my ranking would go.
Oh, wow.
Culver's, Harley Davidson, and then Kwik Trip.
Wow, that's a bold
Here's
take.
my reasoning. You can't get a smash burger at any other fast food restaurant. Culver's is the only place you can get that, to my knowledge, in Wisconsin. I love Culver's. I get it at least once a week. They can take my bank account. I should just wire my bank account to them at this point.
You go once a week?
Yes. Oh, it's bad. I have so many Scoopy tokens.
I was there last night, so.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Wow.
And then Harley Davidson, I think that it's just a fun group to be around. They have a lot of festivals throughout Wisconsin during the year, live music. My dad's in the Harley owners group, HOG. So he goes to all the chapter meetings and kind of grew up with that surrounding me. But I do like that you don't have to own a motorcycle to go to their events and stuff like that. They always have good food, live music. And then Kwik Trip. I love Kwik Trip so much, but I just hate paying for gas. But they have really good food. Their chicken tenders, totally underrated. I was at the dentist the other week. He goes, you, after this, have to either go to Taco Bell and get a Crunch Wrap or Kwik Trip and get chicken tenders because they're the best there. And I was like, couldn't agree more. So that's my ranking.
Okay, so my ranking is going to be a little different. I'm going to say number 1, Kwik Trip.
Ooh.
Kwik Trip is at the top because I use it the most. I think it's the best gas station in Wisconsin.
It's always clean for starters, and they have good food, good drinks there too. So.
And it's always, the clean thing. I'm always like on the road. So I'm not like getting full meals there, but like pop in, get some trail mix, banana. I will also shout out, we have all been to another newer gas station that is actually more of a market. Fireside Market is actually pretty nice.
It's really nice.
Slinger, I would check out Fireside Market because I would say they are right up there with Kwik Trip, but there's just so many Kwik Trips. I also, I did a little research. Kwik Trip, it started in Eau Claire in 1965, headquartered in La Crosse, and the biggest one is in Kenosha, 15,000 feet.
I can't believe I haven't been there. I know a ton of people who have, but I lived in Kenosha for 4 years and never got there.
Apparently there's a beer cave.
Yep.
Okay. How many Quick Trips do you think there are in Wisconsin?
Can I get my calculator?
Oh, you can do your
No,
calculator.
I'm not good at quick math.
Josie,
Okay.
how many Quick Trips do you think are in
gosh.
Wisconsin? I know.
I know my answer.
Yeah.
215.
Okay.
I
think
was
there's
going to
probably
go
more than
even
that.
higher. I feel like there's one in every city I pass through.
So how many do you think?
Oh,
Maybe like
shoot.
5. That's a lot.
I
That's
did
a
it
lot, but
wrong.
maybe like 400, 500.
So,
I did it based on counties. I did 3 per county.
okay. So if you look at there's different websites say different things, but the number I keep seeing is 509. So for sure over 500.
I was way off.
Also,
I thought I was overshooting.
Yeah.
now I'm doubting my Googling skills.
I
I
believe
feel like
it.
that's accurate. I did 3 per county, and there's definitely more than 3 towns or cities per county.
Okay, and also, how many states do you think there's Quick Trips in?
Oh, there's got to be like Midwest. I'd say that's probably like 6 states. Wait. Whoa, probably like 8 states.
It's in 6 states.
Oh, so it is 6
I have to
states.
be honest,
Okay.
I didn't even realize Quick Trip was outside of Wisconsin.
Well, there's another Quick Trip. The worst one, in my
Oh.
opinion. QT.
Yeah.
My boyfriend grew up with QT. Well, not grew up with, but he thinks QT is better. And I said, hell no. Can I say that? Hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
you can
yeah.
say that.
Do you see
So-
how Quick Trip with a K and Quick Trip with a Q beef on social media?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do they really?
I love it. They always beef.
Okay, I got distracted from my rankings. Okay, so I'm going Quick Trip number 1. Then
Okay.
I'm going Harley Davidson. I emceed Harley Homecoming at House of Harley, so I got to put them a little higher up. Now I'm only putting Culver's 3rd because I don't really go to Culver's.
Okay.
I don't really eat fast food.
And you don't like cheeseburgers, really, right?
No, I can't have gluten or dairy. I did look it up, and they do have gluten-free buns, and they
They
do
do.
also have some dairy-free options. But usually at that point, you're like substituting
Yep.
and then maybe getting this. It's not the best for my stupid allergies.
They do have a veggie burger as well. I do want to note on Harley Davidson too. So Harley Davidson originated in 1903 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I believe it's still located on the same street, which is kind of cool. So if you're ever bored, you can go to the Harley Davidson Museum. There's a ton of different locations across the state. Sometimes they do little poker chips that you can collect at each place. Me and my dad always do that for Harley Homecoming. But they have a lot of fun stuff to do there. And Culver's too originated in Sauk City, Wisconsin. I love Culver's. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, that was a really good question.
Josie,
Okay.
what's your ranking?
I have to do the same as Andrea. Harley Davidson is just iconic. Quick Trip is like another level. And Culver's, and maybe this is a hot take, but I don't like their custard.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Culver's also follows the cabin on social.
They
Really?
do.
I just would prefer like an icy ice cream. I'm not a
Really?
big custard fan, but
Ooh.
I know I'm the unpopular
So-
opinion.
So Culver's, if you're watching, we can be bought. I'm just saying that.
If you want to come on and we can do like a cheeseburger eating contest.
If you want to rise in the rankings, come on to the cabin.
Of course, I would never turn down custard. It was in front of my face. But
Oh
So
God,
good.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Well, we all had we gave some love to each of these companies.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, let's get through a couple more. So Adam, which had that other question, which is great, also asks, kiss one, marry one, kill one. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. I don't like to say kill.
I'll say get rid of Brett Favre. Not really a fan of the whole money laundering situation. I'd kiss Aaron Rodgers, I guess, so I can get rid of him quicker. Because I heard sometimes he's not super nice, but also love.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Marry
On
Jordan
that
Love.
beats, Dalton Suhu asks, are you as heartbroken as I am about Tucker Kraft?
I don't have words for how sad I am about Tucker Kraft.
We're not a sports podcast. We won't go on and on about this, but I will say this year I have gotten so invested in the Packers.
Yep.
I don't know why, but when I lived in New York, I just wasn't really into football. The last couple of years I've been inching more towards being a fan. Now I am a diehard. I'm obsessed. I look up the power rankings each week and I fear I need to start detaching.
No, I'm to the point, when you were growing up and you'd be like, have a boyfriend and they'd get so mad about sports when their team lost. I'm to that point right now.
Yeah.
I get pissed when the Packers lose, it ruins my whole entire evening.
I think I need to detach.
Yes.
I
Also-
almost want to go back to being a casual fan because now when I watch the games, I am so uncomfortable. Is this how everyone feels? I am so uncomfortable watching football games.
Like, in what way?
Like,
Uncomfortable?
because I'm actually like,
Because
oh
you're
my
like,
gosh.
what's happening?
Yeah.
You're tense.
I'm tense. My body is like
Yeah.
all tensed up.
Yeah, no, I'm very upset about it. I think his come up story is like pretty awesome. I mean, he was taken after our first tight end, which is pretty cool. And he was gonna probably be up there in tight end rankings this year too. I was hearing them talk at the beginning of the last game versus the Panthers on just like how great Tucker Kraft is this year. And I was like, yeah, that's my guy. My entire fantasy football lineup, it's like all the Packers.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association, and this week we are featuring La Crosse County. In La Crosse County, you can hike the famous Grandad Bluff and take in one of the most breathtaking views in the Midwest. Paddle along the backwaters of the Mississippi or explore miles of scenic bike trails that wind through river towns and farmland. Downtown La Crosse is alive with local flavor, from riverfront restaurants and cozy coffee shops to the La Crosse Distilling Company, where handcrafted spirits celebrate Wisconsin's agricultural roots. Don't miss Riverside Park, home to the iconic La Crosse Queen paddle wheel and year-round events like Oktoberfest, one of the biggest in the nation. And just outside of the city of La Crosse, discover the charm of Onalaska, where Lake Onalaska is a paradise for boating and fishing, or West Salem, home to the historic Hamlin Garland Homestead and the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, Wisconsin's oldest operating racetrack. And spoiler alert, if you're listening, we're going to also find out which iconic Wisconsin drink started in La Crosse. There is so much to do in La Crosse County. For more, go to wicounties.org.
The Cabin is also brought to you by the WCA Group Health Trust. Serving local governments and school districts, the WCA Group Health Trust partners closely with members to fulfill their employee health benefit obligations in a fiscally responsible manner. Learn more at WCAGHT.org.
All right, Emily Explores asks, what's your favorite state that isn't Wisconsin?
Mine is Arizona.
Wow, that's actually a state I have not been to.
I'm going there in a week, and I have family out there, so I grew up going there at least once a year. When I was in college, I would go there once or twice a year, stay out there for a month and a half. I love how much there is to do there. Yes, it gets very hot in the summer, but you can still find activities and good food out there. I love Mexican food, and they have a lot of that there. The age group is around my age group. When you go out, you're going to see a lot of people, meet a lot of friends. So that's my argument for Arizona.
I would say I like Utah.
Ooh.
I really like Utah actually in the summer.
Josie and I were just talking about Utah. She's going there this weekend.
Oh, you are?
My first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It's for a wedding.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think Utah is beautiful. It's so beautiful in the fall. They're a little ahead of us though, so they might actually have lost a lot of their leaves, but it's still going to be stunning. I just think for nature, it's great. And then, you know, my sister lives in Park City, and that's always beautiful. I'm not much of a skier, but when you go out there, Park City is just so quaint and adorable and
Pretty.
beautiful. Yeah. So I would say Utah for me.
Yeah.
All right, we got Carter Dulka, who is, you know, always so supportive. He asks, what is the most interesting / enjoyable thing about this job?
I think being friends with you.
Okay, I would agree.
Actually, because it's just nice to have someone who relates to you on that level. I feel like a lot of the time you'll have a job and, you know, everyone has a different position, but we are in a very similar position. So if something goes wrong or something goes really good, we're both equally as upset or excited about it. And you're just kind of like a big sister to me.
Aw,
So
that's so sweet.
I just feel like it's been fun. So that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think we work so well together.
Yeah.
We have the same vision. It's cool to do a project where you have creative control. We can bring in different guests. We can have, honestly, sky's the limit. Like we can just come up with something a little more wacky. We've been able to go to cool places through this, do some cool collabs. Yeah.
I like meeting new people too through this. Like I would not know half the people we know now if it weren't for the Cabin podcast. So lots of good connections and fun times, fun events that we get invited to. So yeah.
Okay. Keen Fan 91 asks, best cheese for cheese curds. Do they need dipping sauce or is sauceless best?
You absolutely have to have sauce when you're eating cheese curds.
Oh, really? I disagree. No, because
What?
the whole point. Okay, also,
Are we talking fresh or fried?
oh, this would be. Oh, I guess he didn't specify, but I was.
Fresh, no sauce.
Oh, I was
obviously.
thinking fried, and also,
Mm.
what's cheese curds or cheddar? Yeah,
Wait, what?
cheese curds or cheddar cheese. What kind of cheese?
Yeah, usually
Yeah, they're
cheddar,
always
white
cheddar.
cheddar,
Yeah.
regular cheddar.
Don't use sauce because I just feel like there's enough flavor with the
I
the
totally
breading
disagree.
and the cheese.
My hot take is that Culver's cheese curds are my favorite. I love the breading on there. Chelsea's making a face. No, I don't tend to like the light flaky breading on cheese curds because I feel like I'm gonna choke on the cheese because they're normally so hot. But
Yeah.
Culver's I can like actually take a bite out of. But go-to dipping sauce, ranch or honey mustard.
See, then I think the whole cheese curd is gonna taste like ranch.
Well, I tend to go honey mustard. Actually, the Del Bar has Sassy Cow cheese curds, and they're very good. And they serve them with honey mustard. So those are probably one of my favorites that I've had. They do have a lighter breading.
I guess I'm not really a sauce person, so I feel like I just don't put sauce on
Mhm.
anything. Because I feel like if I put sauce on it, then it just tastes like the sauce.
Wait, but you're not like a picky eater, right? Or are you?
So I am. Unfortunately, I do fear. I do.
If you didn't have to be a picky eater, would you be?
So I actually think that I'm the opposite of a foodie. I go to restaurants for the vibe and the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate good food, but I'm kind of a classic. Like if I'm
Yeah.
going to a brunch place, 9 times out of 10, I am getting the classic eggs, bacon, on a biscuit, potatoes.
Okay. I'm like want to try the fanciest thing on the menu sometimes.
I love a steak.
Don't even.
I love
I'm
a classic.
so hungry.
I just like a classic meal. I don't
Yeah.
really experiment too much.
Yeah, because you said like your favorite thing ever is a bland egg sandwich, right?
Love it. No sauce, no nothing.
I can't with you.
Let's see. Oh, here's one. Chew with Baka asks, where is the best specialty tea company from? Okay.
It's
so-
like Rishi, right?
yeah. So I
Milwaukee.
think, yeah. So I think that this person is trying to get us to say Rishi.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think they work for Rishi,
I would agree though.
but I would agree too. Rishi Tea is Milwaukee based. They actually sponsored a charity event that I threw.
Yeah.
And they have like different kinds, but they have a sparkling tea with a bunch of different flavors that's really good, and just like loose leaf and tea bags
Yeah.
as well.
I was just at Cafe Hollander in Brookfield and they serve Rishi tea there. And I think it's the green tea mint. That's my favorite with honey. I love
Yeah.
it.
It does get me thinking, there are a bunch of non-alcoholic drinks made in Wisconsin.
Yeah. One that a lot of people don't realize is LaCroix. LaCroix started in La Crosse, I found out not too long ago. And it's like a combination between like, yes, it started in La Crosse, but the St. Croix River runs through Wisconsin and Minnesota. So that's where they came up with the name. And I love LaCroix. Some people say that it tastes like TV static, but I love it.
That's great. Because LaCroix, I feel like is known all over the country.
100%.
I mean, it's definitely
yeah,
super popular.
I love it. Great for mocktails too.
One that originated from Random Lake, Wisconsin, which is where I'm from,
Yep.
is Jolly Good Soda.
Can't forget about Jolly Good. You also have Bubbler, which is a newer caffeine drink. It's like equivalent to a cup of coffee. Twisted Elixir, one of the best flavors out there, but I love that one too.
And then Carbless.
Carbless in Plymouth. Yeah, we did stuff with Carbless last year, the year before, and the owners are great. They do a lot with most sports teams in Wisconsin, so they're a well-known name and they're expanding rapidly. So many people that aren't from Wisconsin, who I know like go to college in Kentucky or South Carolina, they'll be like, actually, I don't think they're in South Carolina yet, but they'll be like, oh, I love this new drink called Carbless. And I'll be saying, yeah, it originated probably an hour from me. They're like, what? Really? So good.
And then you were saying Sprecher Root Beer is from here?
Sprecher Root Beer. Yep. The brewing company is located in Glendale.
Wow.
So I love Sprecher Root Beer. They make a lot of different flavors of stuff too, like cream soda.
Oh.
Good cream soda too. What's your go-to soda drink? Because I'm not a huge soda person, but if I have to drink soda, I'm probably going Sprecher Root Beer, Sprecher cream soda, or classic Diet Coke?
See, I don't really
Not
drink
a soda
soda.
girl.
I love soda water. I love hoppy water.
Yep.
Hoppy water is my favorite drink of all time. It just
Mhm.
is so refreshing. But I do like a LaCroix as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very cool learning they're from Wisconsin.
Well, I just think it's funny because on nearly every single episode of the Cabin Podcast, if you don't listen, you won't know this, but I always have like a LaCroix or sparkling water next to me. So
Oh, here's a good one. We have some more questions. Nick Cardarella is asking why Megan is always bumping the mic.
he did not actually
did.
ask that.
Megan, he did on Facebook.
Why?
Makes sense.
Why am I always bumping the mic? Well, Nick, because you haven't been in here in a while and I'm trying to piss you off. No, it's just a habit. I don't know. I touch it and then I sit up and then my chest bumps it. Sorry, Nick.
Okay, a couple other ones. These are just kind of like statements that I'm going to fly by because we're going to cover these. So David Roberts is asking for a Made in Wisconsin episode. Amazing.
Yes.
We absolutely will do that one.
Yes.
Jess Aaron is asking for a small town favorites, which is also a plan. And then Cassie Hoff is asking what are the best little vacation cabin towns in Wisconsin.
Cute.
So we have a lot of ideas.
We have that one kind of started because we got to go to a fun little town. Marinette, Crivets, good little area just to start you off there. But wow, we did yap away today.
I know we didn't even get to half of our questions, but
that just means we can do a part 2.
Exactly. All right, I guess that's it.
I guess that is it. All right, cabin listeners. First of all, vote down below what we should call you. Cabin crew, cabin cuties. If you have another idea, drop it down below. But I guess that's all until next time. So we'll see ya.
Bye. Experience the magic of over 3 million lights at the Christmas Carnival of Lights, Wisconsin's biggest and brightest drive-through light show. From November 22nd through December 31st at Jellystone Park in Caledonia, your family can enjoy a mile-long wonderland of dazzling displays. Take it all in from the comfort of your car or make it extra special with a ride on Santa's sleigh or the golf cart holiday train. Afterwards, warm up with hot cocoa and treats inside Santa's workshop, and don't forget to snap a photo with the big guy himself. Make memories that sparkle this season. Plan your visit at wichristmascarnival.com.
Hey cabin crew, the holidays are coming up fast, and if you're looking to share your love for Wisconsin this season, we've got just the place. Head to shop.discoverwisconsin.com and browse our lineup of cozy long sleeves, crew necks, hoodies, and tees, plus holiday-inspired gifts, stocking stuffers, and locally made goods you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're shopping for the ultimate road tripper or someone who just can't get enough of Wisconsin, you'll find something for everyone on your list. And right now, you can take 15% off your order when you use code CABIN at checkout. Shop local this winter. Visit shop.discoverwisconsin.com and don't forget to use code CABIN for 15% off your holiday order. All right, cabin listeners, we are back with another behind-the-scenes look at an upcoming Discover Wisconsin episode. This one is in Janesville, Wisconsin, and Andrea and I both got to host it. So
yeah, it was a pretty interesting concept. There were 4 hosts in it.
Yep.
Because as you know, if you watch Discover Wisconsin, there were other hosts. It was also Eric and Apurba. And we all went and did different activities, and they were kind of surprises.
Yeah. So the whole point of the episode is to show you guys that you can go to Janesville, go to their Visitors Bureau chamber, and kind of have them create an itinerary for you. And they created a pretty good one for me. I don't know about you, but what did you get to do there?
So I went to the farmer's market. We filmed in the summer, and they have a really cool farmer's market.
They do.
It's on both sides of the river. You go over the bridge, and just like a lot of amazing stuff there. One interview that I did at the farmer's market was cool because it was with this pretty young girl. She's in her 20s, and she has A&B acai. And it's this food truck of acai bowls, and it's just something that you don't normally see at a Wisconsin farmer's market.
Right.
I feel like acai isn't super popular in Wisconsin, but it was cool kind of talking to her, and she has a lot of customers. It's kind of started out, whenever I see like young business people, I'm always so impressed.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're 25 or younger? Like, how did you start this?
Right. I love acai.
Yeah.
So yummy.
So that was a cool experience. And then we went to their pump track. They have like this pretty cool like bike track. I will be honest. Mountain biking is not my favorite. I love a road bike. The mountain biking, it just scares me a little bit.
Yeah, because it's sometimes you get really good trails. Sometimes they're not so worked into the ground yet.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
it's
so
just kinda-
skinny.
Yeah, and you're like going so fast over the bumps. And
Yeah.
even though it feels so fast, but then when you watch other people doing the track, it doesn't look.
No.
It's a difference of what you think you look like and then what you actually look like. But then I would say my favorite part about that episode was we went to the comedy cabin.
Very fitting.
Very fitting. You wouldn't expect there to be this comedy club in Janesville that brings in the talent that they do. And so, you know, this guy started the comedy cabin. We interviewed him about the start, and it was interesting because he has all these connections to New York, Chicago comics. And has all the pictures of everyone that's been there. And when you look at the pictures, I recognized a lot of the
Pretty good
comics
people.
there.
Yeah.
And then when I got to interview him, I also talked on stage and I did my own little joke.
Oh, what was your joke?
Megan, what did the pig say when he walked out into the hot sun?
What?
I'm bacon. It's not my joke. But
Nice dad joke. I love it.
what did you get to do?
I had a really fun time, actually. So we started off with pickleball, which I love pickleball, but I was not expected to get roasted as much as I did by these people. I was playing with people who are significantly older than me, which is totally fine, but they were making fun of my paddle the entire time. Shout out to the editors who did this episode because they made me look not horrible. And they're like, oh, you gotta get this paddle. And I was like, I like my pink paddle. It's $12 from Home Goods. They're like, well, this one's like $200. You'll be able to grip it so much better.
They take it so seriously.
They do, but they have really nice pickleball courts there, and it was fun. The other thing I did was went to Timber Hill Winery, which is now one of my favorite wineries. I've talked about it on the cabin before. It's actually located just outside of Janesville in Milton, but the owner, Amanda, is so nice. Every time I go in there, she remembers who I am. I got to interview her. They have great food there. It was such a nice surprise because after pickleball, we just drove up and I was like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a beautiful day for it. Great place to go in the summer, but they're also open during the fall, winter, spring, which a lot of wineries aren't. So you can sit inside, still get the good food, get your wine, and they have cocktails there too if you don't like wine. And then we ended the night at Papa Doc's, which is an axe throwing place. And I've done axe throwing before, but I normally get really frustrated with myself.
It can be so frustrating.
Well, and I told them when I went in there, I said, do you wet your boards after every person? They said, well, yeah, you got to have a wet board. And I was like, okay, well, I went to this place in California and their boards were dry as ever and my axe would not stick in. And after a while, I was like, I'm leaving. I did not pay for this, for my ego to be drowned this much. But we had a really good time. It was kind of a different spin on axe throwing. A lot of the time, it's just they have the targets painted on the pieces of wood. This one, they had projectors so you could play like Kill the Zombies, Tic-Tac-Toe, like a bunch of different games. So I overall had a really good time, and Janesville's kind of the place to be for me recently.
Yeah, so you can check out that. Also, you can check out when you watch the episode what Aperba and Eric did.
Yes.
So it comes out on streaming November 19th and then on broadcast November 22nd and 23rd. So make sure you check it out.
Today's episode of The Cabin was hosted by Andrea Belke and Megan Christian and produced by Andrea Belke. Audio engineering and video teasers by Nick Cardarella and Megan Christian, with social media by Megan Christian. Production support by Gavin McLean. The Cabin is a production brought to you by Discover MediaWorks. To learn more, head to discovermediaworks.com and don't forget to leave a review.